Hello and namaste. It's Jewel from Goddess Creative. How are you all going today? Okay, I know I haven't been on for a while. It's been a crazy mess. It really has. I mean, the shit show that's going on here in Australia, honestly, I think the whole world knows about it at the moment, but it's just a bloody mess. Anyway, yes, so been slightly distracted with that. I did want to get on and say thank you very much to all the beautiful people that left messages, and there is heaps on here, a lot of messages from last week. Really, really beautiful. A lot of us going through the same pain. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. Hansa says, please tell her to wait and read about all the side effects first before taking it. Yes, and I totally agree. Unfortunately, you just cannot. I haven't read all your messages, but I will. It is unfortunate that you can't. She has already read a lot about it. This is beautiful. Keeping your destiny in my prayers. That's gorgeous. Thank you. It's quite difficult trying to, and of course I have been educating for quite a while now, probably a lot longer than you all realise, because, well, since last year actually, when I first came back from living overseas, we seen the potential of this, what's happening right now as far as the vaccine and all that kind of stuff. So this has been known that basically slightly discussed in the family, but unfortunately the family is not big on communication and this kind of stuff. They would prefer to just get on with their lives and pretend everything's not going on, unfortunately. But particularly for my lovely daughter in New South Wales, I have been, yes, sending her things and everything, but not overwhelm her or bombard her. So because I've been in this camp about it for such a long period of time, it's not as if she's new to not knowing about that it's bad for you. But the problem is, there is just such extremes at the moment, and unfortunately it really depends on, and she knows how I feel about mainstream media. She reckons she's not watching the news, so that's not where she's getting the information from. And of course I've sent her information. I've sent her information and links umpteen times, but do I know if she's opening and reading everything? Some of it she is, and to keep herself informed, you know. I mean, I think it really doesn't help, because originally 3 years ago, probably about 3 years ago, when that whole Q thing was on, I was sharing information about that, and I just think it's, yeah, no, it's a distraction measure. But unfortunately, at that time, 3 years ago, when I was sharing that information and trying to educate them, that is what has shunned a lot of people and closed a lot of people off, because it's too much. The whole thing with the children, and it's too much for a lot of people. So now when it comes to sharing stuff now with relation to the V, it is even more difficult, because of the extreme stuff that I was sharing with her 3 years ago was too much. And even all my daughters, you know, this was 3 or 4 years ago, could have even been 5 years ago. I remember this well before I went overseas. So yeah, that kind of information was just very heavy for young people, especially when it comes to, because a lot of it was relating around the music and programming with the music. So that when you're talking to young people about music and music's programming, yeah, spirit cooking and all that kind of crap. Yeah, I think I possibly would have closed her mind off a little bit then, unfortunately. It's not that she does not open to listening. She is. She's just very much in the mainstream, which makes it very hard. And so, yes, she does have free will and she can still change her mind. Absolutely she can. I totally, totally agree. And I mean, I have been asking, and it's like, you would think, like when you divine with a crystal and to get answers, you can influence your pendulum. No amount of trying to get the answer that I want is coming to me. So I think my guides have really overridden my own interest now. Whereas in the beginning, when you first start doing this work and you first start using a pendulum or you're divining, your own thought process overpowers everything from what you're getting from your pendulum, and you can will an answer, right? That's what happens, okay? But when you've been doing this a really long time and you have a strong connection with your guides, then they definitely override my interest, what I want. They've been doing it for a little while now. So it's not what, I can will all my like what I want the outcome to be, but unfortunately at this stage, I have got, it could be still open, but not so much. I do get the getting sick part though, definitely. And I think that's also because of her environment and the way her health is right now. So her environment is she lives with her boyfriend and he's fully vaccinated. So, it's a healthy young person. I do think that that will be influencing. It's not influencing her just yet, but it will be next month is what I'm getting. So yeah, it's really interesting times. It's crazy, and the pressure is on so much here in Australia. No idea. Like, thank you so much for all your well wishes and support. It's so appreciated. And a lot of you haven't been following for a while, so you don't really know. Some of you commenting here. Have you tried sending her more information about it? It's from Igmatic Waters. Of course. I've been doing this for a long time. But Australia's really, unfortunately, prison country. There is not a lot of freedom here, and we're really fighting for it right now, like every day. It's incredibly powerful and intense is what I would say the energy is. I mean, as I said, I'm pretty lucky up here in Queensland. We do have closed borders, but we don't have lockdown at the moment, but I'm pretty sure we will do again soon. But as for New South Wales and Victoria and, oh goodness, the vaccine, I shouldn't be saying that word, the V passport, it's really frightening. So for my fellow Aussies, if you haven't done this, please fill in this. It is an Australian immunisation register ceasing correspondence and release of information. So what it is, it's if 25% of the population remove access to the government on immunisation immunization register, it will make the V passport unworkable. Like, it won't work. But that's what they're pushing for at the moment, is this passport. This passport to even go anywhere, get into any restaurants, to do anything, to go to the hairdresser, anything, to go shopping, you know, go get your food, anything. So this is the pressure we're under. So fill this in, because we need 25% of the Australian population, if you haven't already done it. So I just thought I'd share this on YouTube, because I think it's really important, because of what's going on in Australia right now is just absolutely bloody crazy. And yeah, I wanted to say that. Find this. Maybe I'll put a link to it at the bottom of this video, so you can, Aussies can find it and fill it in. But it may help make this passport not a reality, you know, not being able to be passed in as law. So we've just got to do every little bit that we can. So anyway, that's regarding that. What I wanted to say here is, oh yeah, so Tracy writes, she's got, is it she or he or a she, I'm not sure. They've got beautiful daughters as well, and it's just totally shattering. It really, really is. I mean, I've very much come to terms with it now, and I'm doing, like I say, I sort of have been asking nearly every day, and I try to get different information, but I keep getting the same thing. There is ways to help, absolutely. They are asking here regarding, do you have any information from source with regards to quantum and scalar healing methods? They've been researching the Russia and the med beds. Much love and light and hugs from Canada. Much love and light and hugs to you too. So I don't know that much about the Russia one or the med beds, but what I do know, and I've been researching this as well, this is going to be in this report that I'm talking about, which I haven't finished yet. A lot is going into this report, and it covers everything to do with health. It does cover some crypto stuff, but not crypto prices. And it's going to have about what is the technology that works and what doesn't. I totally believe in quantum energy to help the situation. So much so, and obviously I've spoken to my guides about it, but I just have purchased and received on Friday my Rife machine. So this is from, this is Dr. Royal Raymond Rife, right? And yes, this, if you can see this, Dr. Royal Raymond Rife is referred to as the man who cured cancer. Rife discovered that certain frequencies destroy cancer cells, viruses, parasites, and bacteria. Totally. It's a frequency generating device and became known as the Rife machine. So this is what I've just bought. I've just bought a Rife machine. And inside my Rife machine, and I'm new to this, I've just started using it. It does have protocols for cancer. It has protocols from curing you from the other C thing. It does also have protocols for releasing all sorts of pathogens, toxins, metals, really super important, the metals, right? EMFs, so negative electromagnetic fields from technology, all that kind of stuff. But particularly what is when you get the V is some metals, some technology that is, yeah. So this, of course, before I ordered it, I spoke to my guides, and yes, it was highly recommended that I get it. if I can get my daughter here, which I know that I will eventually because she's going to get sick. This is only what I know, but this won't happen till next year. And this just might be her life path, her journey. She doesn't have great health at the moment, but she's still fine. And, she just has a bit of low immunity with her asthma and Hashimoto's and that. So this does, Hashimoto's affects thyroid. Thyroid's got to do with, does affect your immunity overall. And it does slowly break down the body. So I just get that she will be coming home to be looked after. And so when I can get hold of her, this is the machine that I will be using, this Rife machine. It is, my one has the TENS pads that you put on you, that you peel and you put on your body. In any pain areas and things like that. So I'm just learning about it. It's all new. But yes, I very much do really totally agree with you. Okay. So, and so the other thing is scalar energy. So yes, I believe that there's more information here on scalar energy, but yeah, so the original discovery of scalar energy is dated back to the 19th century with James Clerk Maxwell. Then Albert Einstein also continued the work. So there's more information, and then it's Tesla that actually took it further. So yes, and others have worked with the energy. Scalar energy I'm really like, and I'm all for as well, and it has great potential as well. They work very differently, the scalar energy and the Rife, two different things, and that might be why this product, I don't know much about this particular product, this Rasher thing, but yeah, I do, as I said, I've just bought a Rife machine, and the scalar energy, I plan on buying a scalar machine eventually, but in the meantime, I am using scalar pendants. And this report that I was talking about that I haven't finished yet because it's a work in progress. This information, as more information comes in, the more I'm adding to this report. So that's why I haven't finished it. But I have ordered some pendants, and so within that report, it's got which pendants are the most beneficial. As far as, because they're scalar pendants and they're scalar pendants, just like a lot of the stuff on the internet, there's things that work and things that don't really work. Things that make great claims, but perhaps are not as beneficial for you. So, but I'm not saying that, yes, absolutely all for scalar healing methods for sure. So yes, and that is something, because scalar works by changing the format of something. So you can change your water, for example, a glass of water with scalar technology, change the resonance of the water to be full of vitamin value for your body, to nourish your body. That's how scalar energy works, I believe. I'm no expert, but I'm just saying, sharing my knowledge and what I've been researching about it. But the Rife technology, yes, I'm really enjoying that, and I've been using it, my machine, this past weekend, and that is very much for ailments, all sorts of ailments already. So yeah, it's something that I would definitely agree that is beneficial and will be helpful, absolutely so helpful in times to come. So yes, wanted to have a little look at the market. Some of the coins that I follow, and there are obviously some of the coins that are in my reports, and they are a bit red today, and we, as you know, we had that massive dip. When did that happen? Yeah, because we were back up there at like 52, weren't we? And now we're back down again at 45. But I really wouldn't worry. I wouldn't worry at all. That's only a week ago. As most of you already know, this is what the market does. And so it's nothing to worry about. So today in my meditation, I basically get that we're still on target and we're still heading up, and we're still going to get to the prices that I expect. If anybody is wondering or worried about that, yes, that is all going to happen. And I know these prices, you're not liking them at the moment, but they are all going to come back. And so I do get that. My reports are still relevant and have been checked. Crypto report 1, oh, that's the update. Where is it? But the crypto report 1 here. This is all relevant, and the latest, newest one looks a bit different from this because I've added in more things to it now. So the newest one has got it's got a drop price when we're going to get that downturn in the market, which everybody knows. I have been saying for a long time will come. I personally think it'll come around about November, December, that downturn in the market. Although some of the alts could be still going up in November is what I got now. But what the worry time is when we have starting to have all these problems with the market. If we do happen to have, which this could be a high possibility that we could have some internet issues and security issues on exchanges, certain exchanges, and just a whole lot of things. So that's the information that I'm writing about. So the new report that I'm doing is not going to have any crypto prices in it. It's going to be written, I'm writing about crypto because I'm writing also about the ISO 222 New World Order altcoins, and there's a lot more of them than what you think. They're not just altcoins that have certain letters in their name. It's not like that. That's not what I've been getting anyway. And so I have been writing about this, but also trying to work out which is which and what it means, what it actually means, those coins. So this is the work that I've been doing as of lately. So, and that's very interesting work. So, yes, so all this prices of all these have been checked and updated. And this is slightly changed. This doesn't look like this anymore because we go up to, I've got 2023 in there now in the new crypto report 1, 2021, 2022. It actually's got up to, it's got 2023 in there, only because I know what's going to unfold next year as far as it's going to take us a bit of time to get through this. So that's why it's I've extended out further along the timeline. So that's in relation to this. And so that is all up to date and it is all relevant, particularly if you wanted to know some prices. Then you'd get it in the Crypto Report 1 and also the Crypto Report 2. But Crypto Report 2 has prices. That's the update. Anyway, it has prices, and you need to see each of these reports. What makes them so different is they're discussing different altcoins, so that's the difference about them. Okay, Crypto Report 2 has got completely different altcoins than Crypto Report 1. Okay, so just be aware of that. And this one is slightly cheaper because I've got it's in boxes. It's not tied to a timeline. Okay, they're in boxes, whereas Crypto Report 1 is more tied to a timeline. The focus has been more on a timeline. So that's why I've done them. They're slightly different like that. So, yeah, so if you are interested in prices, then these possibly might be helpful for you. The new report that I'm doing, that I'm bringing out very soon, and I am working on it, but as I said, I am focusing what are the ISO 222 New World Order altcoins, right? And there's a lot of them. There's a lot more of them than what there is sovereign coins. And I've watched some people's videos who said all crypto, all blockchain, all digital currency is all part of the New World Order. It's not all part of the New World Order. Not all of it is, right? There is some sovereign ones. But the difference with the ISO ones, they've got tracking. They've got some real problems coming up. Not so much now, but next year, and especially in 2023, there'll be some real problems if you're not aware with those ones. And whereas the sovereign coins are not going to have the same situation as far as others being able to access things like that. Anyway, I won't go into too much about it, but that's what the work that I've been working on. I'm also working on, as I said, yes, what are the technology devices that could be really, really helpful going forward? What are the protocols, which I've already mentioned, the protocols and the vitamins and everything. Something new I just discovered, which is really, really good. And then I've just started to go and get myself, and I've written all about that as well, is pine needle tea. And you don't even have to buy it. You can go and get it free if you can get a plant identifier app and make sure you're getting the right one, that it is non-toxic. You can get your own pine needles and you can make pine needle tea, and that is incredibly beneficial for protecting you from the spike proteins that are that do that will cause side effects. So yeah, because it's the suramin. It's got the shikimic acid in it, pine needle tea. That is the thing that is incredibly helpful to protect against the viral shedding from the V. So I've started to drink a couple of cups of that a day, and it's free. If you talk about coming back to nature. It's all about coming back to nature, and it isn't amazing what Gaia, our beautiful Mother Earth, provides for us. Yeah. So of course this suramin you can get in they've made it into a medication because they know how valuable it is for fighting this thing, but it's naturally sourced in this pine needle tea. Just wanted to say that. So yes, but it won't cure the it's a great preventative though. I didn't like there's things that will assist us, and this is one of them, definitely, and are preventatives. But as far as curing, it's really like the ivermectin is something that will cure, and the quantum energy will cure, like the Rife technology will cure all sorts of, toxins and bacteria and metals and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I want to say. So I'm writing all about this. It's going to be in this report that I'll eventually get there. Just all my findings as of late. But I will let you know when it's ready. I just wanted to get on today and say thank you so much, because it is so appreciated that, you are absolutely beautiful souls, and for your comments are amazing, amazing, amazing. Hi, John. Yeah, it does go to show how powerful free will is. It does. Free will is the utmost important number one powerful factor that there is. Yeah. Yes. So there's lots of beautiful messages. Yeah. There's lots out there. Lots. I haven't read all these, but I will. And it's a tricky thing, family, And boy, are we getting the pressure here in Australia. It's like you wouldn't believe. It's yeah, not something anybody should be going through right now. But anyway. All right, I think I'll leave it there. At least I've managed to do a video today. My spirits are quite high. I've been out grounding myself on the beach and being in nature, and which I continue to do so. And I will bring you updates again soon. So I hope you're all well. Namaste.